All right, everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew 1022. 1022?
1022.
Was it 1k22?
K22.
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 I scaled the K22 today. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being on here. It is a Monday. It is getting ever so close to the Christmas holiday, the Christmas day, if you will. I guess even closer if you're of Latin descent, because y'all don't you don't actually like celebrate till the 24th. So it's even closer. You're even closer to the day. But we're getting all to the end of the month. We're getting close to the beginning of 2025. And I put it on my Instagram and I said this, just know that winners don't wait for January 1st. It's true. If you're going to win, you're going to win now. You're not going to wait till January 1st. If you're going to put yourself out there to go take some risks or move on to a different party, hopefully in a different direction than you've been in, or advance or move up in the world, you're going to do it now. You're not going to wait for a date when everything's all calm, when everybody else does it on January 1st. They're all making their resolutions.
Yep.
I've never been more. If I had a dime for every time someone said, I moved it up, by the way, because they said nickel.
Yeah, inflation.
I moved it up to a dime. Yeah. If I got a dime every time someone said, I've never been more committed. I'm now more committed than ever. That's my favorite. I would be rich. I wouldn't be on here. Who is on here? By the way, my name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over here talking about inflation, getting paid in dimes. But you're not here for me and my reckless way of speaking about how much money I would get paid for phrases I heard. You're here for Brandi. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, so that way you can pass your SIE, their 6, their 63, 26, 65, 7. What? All the things she's licensed in?
Crazy.
What? I would almost say that's an anomaly in the study prep world, but it is, because people chase things they don't even have. But no, seriously though, we're glad to have you guys all here. It is getting closer, and we are talking about commitment. We are talking about New Year's resolutions. We are talking about broken promises. We are talking about getting committed more than ever. We are talking about let's get it done. We are talking about there ain't no time like the right time is when the right time is now.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about sports in here. My kids are all in sports. This is all noted. Speaking of which, we'll talk about something that's coming up tomorrow and why we won't have the Studying Brew tomorrow night. But we do talk about sports a lot, and it has a lot of ties to studying. Why? Why does it have so many ties? Because both take consistency, both take commitment, both take a dedication to learn a skill set, and both are filled with great victories and disappointments. And you got to learn to persevere. You know what I mean? You got to learn to push on.
That's right. It's true.
And if you have ever played sports, and or if you've ever followed sports or these legends of sports, or maybe you saw a documentary once, or maybe you saw a Disney movie based on a sport person, right? You not necessarily were that sporty person, but you've seen at least a Disney movie maybe on it.
Rudy.
Right? Rudy, right? Invincible. There's like a million of them. Miracle, right? There's a lot of those movies. Titans. Remember the Titans?
I remember the Titans.
Yeah. You remember the Titans? I remember the Titans.
All right.
Then you made a Sunshine.
That's right.
You ever want to know what our kid looks like? Sunshine. Before the haircut. Huh?
With muscles though.
Yeah, way bigger. But I got off track there with some of these movies references. But the thing about it is there's always a montage of where they're like building themselves up. There's always that scene, right, in all these movies where they're going through the growth process, and they fast forward through time as you watch them like barely doing 2 crunches, and then all of a sudden they're doing like 50. You watched any of the Rocky movies, you know, he's chasing a chicken, can't catch him. By the end of the movie, he's catching the chicken.
Running upstairs.
Yeah, running upstairs somewhere in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Rocky 4. A lot of stuff going on in the Russian snow, right? Solid references in there. But here's the thing. There was no off season, guys. There's no off season when you're doing it. If you're a millionaire, let's go into the finance world. If you are successful in this kind of world and you're successful in business and all these things, there's no such thing as like I'm taking time off for the holidays. I'm stepping out and I'm not going to do anything to do with this business for a while, or I'm not going to do anything with these sports for a while. Like some of these guys do take breaks for like a week, and then it's back to it for the whole year again. And then we're charging back up unless there's an injury, or if in some cases it's the business world, there's like a setback, right? And then we're getting back at it. But there's no really any time off. It's not like deciding January 1st, I'm going to be this mega, superstar athlete, or I'm going to be a millionaire by January 1st, or I'm going to fulfill some magical goals by January 1st. The commitment starts way before that, and it continues past that. The goals are always evolving. The goals are always moving. The goals are always collecting. The goals are always being set. The dreams are never stopping, and we're always moving and achieving. We are never taking time off for holidays, family vacations, stuff like that. Mentally, some way and somehow, we are always locked into whatever it is we want to go get. Always. So even if you're going through the holidays, maybe it's a rough one. Maybe you're thinking about some people that maybe you've lost, or maybe you're feeling the blues, or maybe you're on the opposite end of it. Maybe you're on an all-time high and you really caught up in the partying. You're really excited about all the things going on, right? Whatever your mood is or what you're going through, you have to keep yourself committed and consistent to what you set out to do. Because if you stop and you quit, or you take time off, or you go ahead and put other priorities in front of the real priorities in which you have set, you will continue to do that over and over and over and over and over again. And it will be almost like a Christmas holiday tradition. This is what I do. And then we get back in it in January, and then we're set back for at least 2 months. And we're by springtime is when we're back to where we were before we quit in December. Guys, time is fleeting. Time is something we don't have a lot of. And if you always act with a sense of urgency, if you always are aware that time is never in your favor, then you'll never stop, because you'll realize how much time is wasted by going back and restarting. Going back and restarting, going back and getting going again. Guys, don't do that. Don't stop. And I've talked to, the only reason I'm saying this is I have talked to quite a few people that are just like, and if you're listening to it and you're like, oh, that was me, don't call yourself out. And this is not directed directly at you, even though you feel like it's probably directed at you. And if it applies, well, as the old saying goes, the shoe fits, wear it. Put it on, I guess, right? But don't take it as a direct shot to anybody. But, I've had some people tell me like, hey, I think I'm going to be back in February. Like, this is the worst time. Why is it going to be the best time in February? That's what I always ask all the time to myself. I usually don't say that to people, because some people, I know this sounds rude, and this might be like not, what some people want to hear these days, because everybody's very soft coached. Everybody's very, they don't want to be offended, or they get hurt, or they get their feelings hurt. But here's the thing, guys, and I'm trying to say this in the most kindest way. Whatever it is that pulls you away and why you don't have time and why it is that you can't commit is none of my business. You know what I mean? It's really not any of my business. That's between you and yourself. I'm here for anybody who's committed to doing this thing. Brandi and I will drop whatever it is to answer a question. We'll get to you as soon as possible. But it's not that I don't care. It's just I feel like that's a private conversation for you. Commitment and why you're not committed to something, that's something you tell yourself. And if you're asking my opinion, I'm going to say if you make it a habit, this is the way it's always going to be for you. It's not going to be just this, it's going to be everything. And you're always going to be struggling, and you're always going to be, why can't I ever? On everything, not just this. So, again, it's not that I don't care, but I think those commitment conversations have to be between you. Maybe write it down and really think about it. Is this a reason? Is this me rationalizing something again? Or am I really not able? Because not doing and able are two different things. Right? I'm not gonna yell at somebody who's a marathon runner and can't walk anymore. I mean, that's crazy. Right? But they'll figure it out to do it a different way. They'll figure it out to do it in a different way. Isn't there Paralympics? There's all kinds of athletes who can't do what they used to compete in, but now they have a different avenue to compete in. So if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way to commit and compete no matter what it is, no matter what it takes. And you won't be hurt by this conversation. Speaking of conversation, tomorrow we got all kinds of great stuff for the members going on. We're going full steam.
Yeah.
Full steam ahead tomorrow. Nothing's canceled, nothing's changed. We'll be having all that SIE goodness. I think Brandi's going over what topic tomorrow?
I am going over like economical stuff.
Economical stuff?
I'm dressing it up because I hear y'all. I think the reason why people don't get economics is boring. Boring.
It is not the most fun.
No, so I'm gonna make it comical with my economical talk.
Yeah, because I have it down as business info, business cycles,
Yeah.
economic indicators,
Yeah.
and theories. It's all the fun goodness that the SIE just has waiting for you. We'll be going over that tomorrow.
And if you're studying the 65, you might want to join in.
65ers, join in.
Just saying.
Series 6, we got you down for communication. Communication. Yeah, we could do that. Communication, we got you on that for tomorrow. We got the small group and we got study hall happening tomorrow. That's what's going on Tuesday. But if you haven't joined up and you want to join in all the stuff I just talked about, scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat. We got the Discord, we got study guides. Brandi's almost done with the Series 65. To be honest, it is actually happening. She's really giddy.
I had a delay though today.
Really super giddy. And then we got study plans. We got all kinds of great stuff, but you guys scan the QR code, hit the links. If you want to not start if you don't want to wait to start your winning journey, you don't have to. Get signed up, get going. You don't have to wait to January 1st to make a change in your life. You can do it tomorrow. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? And you can always gift the gift to Kona. To 21 days might be the biggest gift of their life. We got audios on Spotify. We got a quick reminder, no Studying Brew tomorrow night. We got a football banquet to go to. We probably would make it home in time, but I don't want to be like moody at this banquet and like complaining that it's on a Tuesday and already more moody about the venue and everything else on being on a Tuesday. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this away so that way I don't have to worry about getting back on top of it and being anxious and just enjoying the moment of what it is, right? Enjoying the awesomeness of our son completing another year of football and doing really well. So we're going to do that tomorrow and celebrate it. So we will not be on tomorrow night, but we will be back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Eric is already asking, is it going to be test taking techniques on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Brandi says yes. I'm calling it anything goes Wednesday. It might be that. It might be something else. I don't know, but probably more than likely test taking techniques.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Gotta make up for it.
You ready? What do we got in the next slide? I don't know what you did.
Ready.
All right, let's go. All righty. I love the fact that we just prepare so well. All right. It's hilarious. Tonight we had to work from our truck. because we were on locate. We were not at home all day because we had another daughter doing a recital. So as I said earlier, if you got stuff going on, we all do. We're parents, dude. We got 3 teenage kids, all super busy, all kinds of things. And most of the time, guess what? We're working out of our car. We're working out of the truck. We're working out of a Starbucks. We're working out of the parking lot. We're figuring out a way to do this stuff no matter what. If there's a will, there's a way. And if you want it, like you want air, you'll do it. And speaking of getting it done and having a better way, we talked about it last night a little bit. Brandi talked about it today. We talked heavily on the quizzing last night on the evening espresso. There has been a change if you're using the Kaplan study thingy. It is like, I think their Q bank is now the 4.0.
It is a 4.0.
But we were talking about all Q banks, all quizzing, all philosophies about quizzing, and all the great things about quizzing. And here's the thing, guys. And there's even, people are writing their own Q banks, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to make it super clear. I cannot make this more clear than I possibly can. There is zero Q banks out there, zero Q banks out there that are like the real exam. Not even close. None of them are. In fact, FINRA and NASA employ people to go look at study prep Q banks and make sure none of those questions as are stated or written or in the same language as their exam. They don't want you to have any advantage going in there. The tests are never compromised and they make sure of it. So no one has a guaranteed lock on how these exams are exactly like the Q banks are exactly like the exam. So how do we combat against it? How do we prepare? Well, the Kona way is we show you how to look for keywords. We show you how to observe exam questions. This does not matter what exam you're taking out there. It doesn't matter if it's a securities exam, a life exam. It doesn't matter if it's a health exam. It doesn't matter if it's a tattoo shop owner exam for their health, whatever. It doesn't matter if you're a bartender and you're going for your ABC licensing thing for your state. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We teach this stuff to our kids and they excel at doing multiple choice exams, even being called in to see if they're cheating. Because this is a way to observe and look at answers and questions to help you out when you're on multiple choice exams to not only get a right answer, but to lock into those keywords to help you get the right answer. So it doesn't matter what the questions and answers are. So tonight we are doing the Kona Catchphrase, which is a keyword game we do. Simply, we put answers up on the screen to some securities questions. We want to look for keywords in those answers, and then we're going to look for keywords in the question, and then we're going to make a decision on what is the answer based on keywords. Now, when you look for keywords, it does not have to be securities related. It could be the fact that 2 of the answers start the same, or maybe they end the same. Maybe 2 of the answers are opposite of each other. Maybe they're similar. We're making observations of just keywords, phrases, any kind of patterns, anything. And then we're looking for the keys in the question that really highlight where the answer may be or might not be. Nothing is 100% guaranteed in anything. These are skill sets that will help you out in some percentage point, adding to your scores. So it'll help you out in getting that. So you want to make sure you have these in your arsenal when you go take your exam, because even a 10% raise in your scores, it could be the difference between a pass or a fail. Ready?
Yep.
Let's go. All right. All right. Look at this. Look at that. I almost would say, how do you even know what this is going to be for a securities question based on this? And this is what we're talking about, right? What do we observe? What are the key words? What do we got here? Anybody? Anyone? Anyone? Can we say that child is different than the others? The child. And is D, right? We love a good and in the answer.
Mm-hmm.
D does have all 3. Mother, brother. Mother, brother. Brother to who? Right? Could be the brother to the mother. Could be Unc. I don't know. A mother opens a UTMA account for her child. She asks her brother to be the custodian for the account, and he agrees. Who's the owner of the account? Who's the owner of a lonely heart? Look at that. A mother opens an UPMA account for her child. For her child is the keyword, right?
Yes.
Would custodian?
No.
None of that matters.
No, because they're asking who owns the account.
There you go. It's the different answer.
Yes. Look at that.
See, I would have got it right because I would have saw that child is different than all the other ones, and I would have went with that
Yep.
based on nothing.
Yep.
Based on nothing but the fact that I just observed that that was way different.
Yep.
All right, ready? D, firm element. C, regulatory element. B, Series 63 training. A, statutory training. Yeah.
He does have a number.
B does have a number.
That's sure.
Series 63 training, by the way.
2 elements.
Yeah. And what is statutory training?
Huh?
I'm hoping this is a securities thing and not a other thing.
Well, they have like statutory disqualification. They have statutory voting.
Right.
Those are the
Well,
two.
I'm just saying out of securities.
Well, and it still doesn't make sense though.
No.
Like that doesn't make sense. There you go. Well, Series 63 training, what does that even mean?
That's what I was just going to say. What is I said that? What is Series 63 training at all?
Exam training?
Exam training?
I feel like that's what that sounds.
I mean, it's a license, but it doesn't like you get training on it.
Right. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Boom.
Annual training that's given to all registered representatives by their employing broker dealer on a needs analysis is referred to as broker dealer based on a needs analysis is referred to as.
Wait. Oh, statute. That's what. Okay. I'll go with annual training. That does have something to do with it.
Needs reg. They're looking for it. They're looking for that keyword. Not looking for the answer, looking for a keyword in the question.
Where does this say? Okay, I'm going to play the game because the 3 people said regulatory. Where does it say that in the question?
Remember, we're looking for keywords in these questions and answers. I mean, there's probably a lot of people on here who could probably answer the question right now, but that won't help us when we look at exam questions that aren't like this, right? We want to start training our brain looking for keys.
So there you go. Found it right there.
Employing broker dealer.
By their employing broker dealer. It's a training given to all registered representatives by their employer. Nothing in our answer choices say needs.
Nope, but I would say the firm. The firm is the employing.
Do you guys see what we're doing?
Broker dealer, right?
This is a great example. Great example. If it doesn't say anything about laws, rules, regulations, statutory. It doesn't say anything about Series 63. It doesn't say anything about regulations. It literally says by their employing broker dealer. That's a firm.
Keywords. Keyword.
But that's why I wrote that on there. Where is regulatory in the question? That's what I want you guys to start looking at.
I'm gonna say A is different because it doesn't start with best of anything. It's the opposite of B.
Okay.
Or C, sorry.
Oh, best efforts from commitment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just my observations. A and C are opposites.
Okay, read the question and does it.
If an underwriter agrees to purchase an issuer's entire offering, what type of agreement has been made?
Does that match your different?
Well, we're looking for keywords in the question, right?
Mm-hmm. But we're going to start off with the technique, right? Does that match the different one?
I don't know. You're the boss.
I don't know. Does it?
I mean, a firm commitment seems like you agreed to buy a purchase an entire offering.
right? Do you guys see what we just did there? We answered the question backwards.
I didn't say I'll give my best to buy it. It says I'll buy it. I'll buy that for $1.
I'm doing this a little.
It's a firm commitment.
Doing it different.
There was no, I'll bet my best. Oh, I'll try. I'll try. Hey, February, I'll try that out. Nah, it says I'm buying the whole thing. The kit and caboodle. Does anybody say that anymore?
Do you know it's kit in and caboodle? It's not kit and caboodle. Do you know that for the longest time?
Kit and caboodle.
I thought there was a kitten caboodle.
Accept the order from the husband, not accept the order unless specific instructions are received from the wife. C, not accept the order unless it's been approved by a principal. D, accept and place the order, but make a note that it was placed by the husband. How do you even approach this? Right? I could tell you that some of these are like, no. I'm going to say it is, we can make an assumption that it's the wife's account.
I think that's a great assumption.
We can also say that D is probably not allowed. Oh yeah, it was the wife's account, but the husband did it, and we're just going to make a note of it. Put a little sticky on the paper. And in the same respect, A is no.
I would say like unless, right, that it was a joint account, but wouldn't that be in the answer?
Yeah, or we'll be aware, I guess.
I guess be aware.
Not accept the order unless specific instructions are received from the wife. Not accept the order unless it's been approved by a principal. The husband of a customer calls to place an order in his spouse's account.
Get your own account.
Yeah. He informs a registered representative that his wife is traveling, but she gave him the authority to place the order. The registered representative should. What are the keywords in the question? Keywords in the question. It's the husband, right? It's a spouse's account. It's not his. She gave him authority to place the order.
But who?
Who's to say that that actually happened?
My wife said I can.
I swear my wife said so.
Let me ask you guys something. This is a financial industry.
By the way, what husband would say that?
Well, she's traveling.
Are you kidding me? I don't even buy
like many red flags.
Like if you're a good husband, you ain't even buying cottage cheese unless you're told to.
I mean, there's
written instruction on a list.
There's a lot of stuff happening here.
And do you got a coupon, by the way?
Go get your own account. Get your own. Why are you trading in my account?
Right.
Get your own. Yeah.
What is this? Is this like some fries from McDonald's?
Like Deborah said, a husband needs a POA. Do you guys know why power of attorney? You guys know why they have this question on here? Because it's assumed that because you're married that and although it is true you would share your assets in the case of like a divorce or a death.
Right.
That don't mean you have access.
Some people don't even share. Yeah, some spouses don't even share a burrito, let alone the access to their account. You know what I mean?
Don't get your own fries.
Talking about.
So it's unless specific instructions are received from the wife. We can't go on verbal authority of like, but my wife said it.
Just because the approval of the principal? No.
Again, no, the wife has to do it. The wife has to tell the firm, hey, my husband might make some trades in my account while I'm gone. I give him authorization. Here's a letter.
Probably some sort of written letter, some sort of lawyerism going on in there.
There has to be some written. Don't just be doing stuff. Get out of here with
the pool maintains a fixed dollar net asset value. B, pools are not required to register with the Securities Exchange Commission. C, investors must be provided a prospectus at or before they purchase the shares in the investment portfolio. D, LGIPSs operate similarly to money market instruments.
Local government investment pools.
Thank you.
Bro. There's one more word on the screen.
LGIPSs. I'm like, ooh, is there another thing I don't know?
LGIPS. There, that is an acronym, yes. But that's not what I was looking for. Starts with an M. It's only 4 letters. Told you.
It's the must. C must.
Hey, I know I said I was going to do it in economics.
Right.
I was going to make comical economical, but I'm going to do it tonight. Hey, with you get singing as part of your paid membership.
Oh my gosh. All the following is true about local government investment pools, LGIPS, except, well, what do we say about musts? Usually not true. And goes with an except. We're marking that as the answer.
Boom.
Not thinking much more than that. Keywords. Must.
I think this last one.
D, maintain levels of net capital equal to or lower than non-carrying firms. C, segregate customer funds and securities from the firm's funds and securities. B, not disclose its net capital if it's higher than non-carrying firms. A, commingle customer funds and securities with the firm's funds and securities. Oh, that sounds legit.
I love what Eric put. That.
Yeah.
Just the word
Hold
commingle.
on. We have your money somewhere. Hold on. I got to separate it from my cash real quick. Let's see. No, that's not good.
Yeah, we can't mix. So
Don't worry, I have a receipt.
We can't mix. That's what, if you guys wondered what commingle means, we can't. And y'all didn't notice that this was pretty much the same, right? Opposites.
They're opposites, yes. Segregate, separate.
Commingle, separate. Wouldn't you want your funds to be separate than the firms? Don't be buying staplers with my money. I think we pretty much know.
I think B's no. Carrying firms, those that carry customer accounts must. They have to segregate customer funds and securities.
Hey man, don't be mixing.
Okay. Much like the last account, can't like mix up the funds.
CEO says I made $24 million last year. Me with the commingled account. Don't you mean we?
Exactly. We made $24 million.
24 million, and you did it all yourself.
Yeah. If correct me if I'm wrong. And it seems like Papa's getting a brand new TV this Christmas. Let's go. 24 mil. We commingled. No, it's not going to happen. Anyways. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was fun. I hope this was a lesson in why we got to look for those keywords. Look for keywords, guys. Keywords. Look for those keywords. It doesn't matter what exam you're taking. It doesn't matter which QBank you're looking at. As long as you look for keywords and those patterns and those little hints of what those words are, you're going to get it. You're going to get it right. And most of the time, you don't even need securities. You just need some fun with the non-securities to look at it and just kind of go with it. Like common sense.
I told somebody to do that today in a quiz. You know what he got?
70%. First time?
No, I just told him that was what his next quiz would be.
There you go. All right, everybody. Well, go get your quiz. Go do it. Go do it. Go have fun with these. Go have fun with these. Go have fun with this. Go get your studying done. Be committed. Stay in it. You don't need to wait till January 1st to win. You can do it now. Get it now.
15 days.
Jump ahead of everybody while they're sleeping, while they're filling up with eggnog and eating sugar cookies. You can be ahead of everyone. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow, we've got a whole lineup in the day for the members, But tomorrow, remember, there is no Studying Brew tomorrow night. We will be back in action on Wednesday. So we'll see you all back on the Studying Brew on Wednesday. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Practice this skill in your next quizzes. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.